over in 5, so that's Landaff, really close with this Hinksey school, Sculling school on this near side, and really close between those two crews, and then following them up, it looks like we have the George Watson College composite with Chester Street, and then we have this Queen's Park school coming through just to finish off this J15 Cox Quads C final.
We now move on to the E final for the women's juniors 15s single sculls, and in lane 1 on the near side it's Reading, in lane 2 Derby, in lane 3 Trent A, in lane 4 Grosvenor, and in lane 5 on the far side it's Trent B. Over to Warren for the early stages.
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed, we are still in the early stages of this race at the moment. So, from the early stages, I would say it's the Trent and the Grosvenor scullers, Warren, French and Audas, who are fighting it out for the lead at the moment. Of course, this is still very competitive. As a reminder to you all, we had the time trials earlier today. Fastest 12 crews went through to the A and B semi-final, and the rest of the crews fighting out minor finals here. But this is still very competitive racing, and it's very, very interesting to watch. Of course, from standing from my position on the bank, there hasn't been a lot of change in this situation at the moment. I would still say it's those two scullers who are leading out at the moment, looking very long, very strong, trying to just maintain as much energy as possible. Of course, in these early parts of the race, what you want to do, you just want to try and establish your position going into that middle K, which is so vital to 2K multi-lane racing. And this is exactly what these crews are doing here. Just trying to lengthen out, get as much rhythm as possible. And we'll just see if I can give you another update at the moment. I'd say it might even be a three-boat race now between the Derby Sculler, Rima Trent Sculler, Warren French, Trent A, and Grosvenor Audas. But as they're coming up to halfway now, this is going to be an interesting second half, which I will give to the tower.
So as I take over the race as we go through the 1,000 meters, it would seem that the sculler from Grosvenor Rowing Club in lane 4, Audas has a comfortable lead and is being challenged by both scullers from Trent, A, Warren French, and B, Benton, are having a little battle between themselves as to who's going to get second and third. However, it's a long way to go between now and the end of the race. Derby are level pegging with Trent B over there. And actually, notice now, Grosvenor and Trent A in the lead, with followed up by Derby and Reading and Trent B over in lane 6. So I'm now going to hand back to Warren, who will pick it up again now that he can see it a bit more clearly.
Yeah, go ahead.
Give me a cue, give me a 3, 2, 1, and I'll go. Yes, thank you very much. Just returning to the side of the bank with me, Warren here. This is still a very close race. It was started out very close and it has stayed close throughout. But the Grosvenor Sculler, Audas, still getting pressure from the Trent Sculler, Warren French, and the Derby Sculler too. So looking at this, is very little to choose between these crews, I suppose. At the moment, yes, there's still a lot of spread at the moment, but as we've said before, a lot can change in rowing, even in the space of a couple of 100 meters. So we'll see. But as they get nearer, it looks like the Grosvenor Sculler is really putting in some good length there, sending off the finishes nice and smooth, sending off a good race as well. But it is getting very close to the Trent Sculler, Warren French, and we're going to be interested. I think the Sculler Trent B hasn't quite kept up with the pack as well, and the Reading Sculler still trying to hold on. Third probably could be going to Derby, but as for first, it's either between Trent A or Grosvenor. So I better see how this one goes as they get nearer. It looks like Grosvenor. We'll see if that stays the case as I hand this back to the tower.
Thank you very much, Warren. And as she goes through the 500 metres, the girl from Grosvenor, Miss Audas, is comfortably in the lead with striking a comfortable 24 and holding off Warren French of Trent and Remmer of Derby in second and third place. To row at that rate in a 2,000 metre race and hold everyone off indicates excellent technique and good application of power in the drive. She's just sending her boat away every single stroke at 24 strokes a minute. This is an extremely elegant piece of sculling. As with all things, ice skating, skiing, cycle riding, and everything else, the best applicants of those particular skills, and sculling is no different, are the ones who make it look easy and something that we could all have a go at until we actually try and find out just how difficult it is.
Yeah, I mean, it just crops up. Hold down the trigger.
So the Grosvenor sculler maintains her nice steady rate of striking. She's being pushed hard by the young lady from Trent, Trent A, who's taken her rate up to 38. And Grosvenor has now decided to up her rate just to make sure. So she's in the red boys. She's gone up to 30 just to show she can. But she didn't need to. She's holding them all off very comfortably indeed. And there's clear water between her and the young lady from Trent, Miss Warren French. And there's clear water between Miss Warren French and Miss Remmer from Derby as they go over the lines. It was a beautiful demonstration of elegant sculling by these young junior 15 single sculling girls. And it shows depth and strength in our sculling for the future. So well done, ladies.
We move on to the D final of the Women's Junior 15 single sculls. And in lane 1 on the near side, it's Nottinghamshire County.